Okay, so we're up to round 16 now, the 2025 AFL season. Again, another 4 teams have buys. Like, how is this? I feel like we have had buys for like 5 weeks in a row now. I mean, this is going to be the weirdest fixture of any AFL season that I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know if opening round is staying next year, but in my opinion, it is just kind of weirded things out so much. But again, we're doing another tips and predictions video. We're going to ignore this random buys every single week for some reason, and we'll start off with an absolute blockbuster game, man. We got Port Adelaide versus Carlton on Thursday night. I mean, yeah, not really blockbuster. You've got, at the time making this video, obviously 10th versus 12th. I don't think either of these teams can make the 8. I really think that it's kind of crazy. Around 16 this year, I think there are only 9 teams who can make the 8. And I mean, Gold Coast are just out of the 8. If we can remember, they've played actually a game less than everyone. And it's also like, I think they have an easy-ish record coming up. So they should still make the 8. But I don't think Port and Carlton are probably going to make it. I mean, that's the reality. But if Carlton could get the win, technically their season is still alive, but not really. I still think they'll probably be like 2 wins behind this, this upcoming round. But if they do lose, then they could be nearly 3 wins behind. So it is kind of crazy like that. It is relying on other teams like Gold Coast and whatnot to lose for Carlton to be in contention for the 8 still, and relying on them to fully win. So we'll definitely have to wait and see. But I mean, it's at Adelaide Oval. I actually feel like Port have been playing way better footy as of late. Still not up to their best, obviously, but it's like, yeah, I actually think they're probably going to win this, which is kind of crazy to think that Port could kind of eliminate Carlton's season right here. They may be thinking, hold on, we could be what Carlton are trying to be and still be a 5% chance to make the 8 maybe. That's what they'll be genuinely thinking. So I think, yeah, Port will probably win this one at home. But God, Carlton have to make a statement, man, after last week. What happened? Again, we got Sydney versus the Western Bulldogs. This should be a really interesting game. It's on a Friday night because Sydney, again, their season's probably kind of over, but they're also trying to prove not only to their fans, but also to the rumors that they're going to be targeting the trade period and free agency pretty hard. Like, they're going to be going after contracted players and trying to convince them to come to the club. I mean, Tom Morris suggested Charlie Curnow. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but apparently Sydney have like a random war chest of cash to spend, and they've also got like all their picks, and you got to remember they've got an academy guy or 2, so they're probably going to want to be trading out of their picks, their top picks. So they could be throwing around this year's first, which, again, at the time of making this video, could be like pick 7, I think. And next year's first as well, they could try and land something pretty big. Again, I think that's going to be interesting, but they got to win to really prove to these players that they're going to try and get that they are, they're the real deal. And this is what I think they're going to try and do. I mean, the Dogs are a weird one too, because the Dogs just generally dump off really bad teams and they do it pretty well. Like, we just saw what they did against Richmond, and they haven't really lost to many teams below them, but I'm pretty sure they've only beaten one team like above them the whole year, and that was even when they were in like 10th position. They've only beaten one team in the whole year who was above them, which is just crazy stat, right? So considering Sydney they're not too far away, they're 2 wins behind. Considering they're like that, I think the Dogs have to continue to beat these teams that are below them just to assert themselves, because yeah, they're struggling against the top, but you can't be dropping a team like Sydney who is trying to climb, but I don't know if they will. So we'll have to see on that one. Again, I'm going to tip the Dogs. I will play it safe, but I think Sydney will be coming out pretty hard. And I mean, they were a bit better last week against Port Adelaide at Port's home. So we'll have to see. Again, Gold Coast versus Melbourne. This is just a must-win game for Gold Coast. One of the most important games in the history of their club. It's kind of crazy because if they win this, they jump up to like 5th position based off percentage, and that's not talking about the other teams though. who are still yet to play. But they should be well and truly in the 8. They should be contending for the top 4. And they're just not in the 8 at the moment. They're just out of it. Again, they're one game behind everyone else, and Essendon, them and Essendon are just one win behind, I believe. It's like, you got to get this win. It is so important in your team's history. You have to make the 8 this year. Go get the win against Melbourne, or there will be a lot of trouble. Melbourne should not be winning this game. I mean, right now, they are literally 14th, and their season is over, right? Their season is over. They are going to be going to the trade period and free agency and draft and seeing what they can do to, I guess, rebuild on the run. But their season is over. Gold Coast should be winning this game. I'll be tipping Gold Coast, but if they don't, oh my God, man. I don't think we'll hear the end of it if they don't win this one. Again, Hawthorn versus North Melbourne at the University of Tasmania Stadium. I believe North, if I remember right, I think they actually play okay against Hawthorn in Tasmania. I could have completely pulled that out of my arsehole. I'm not going to lie. That's just coming from the top of my head. Someone, don't fact check that, because that's probably very wrong. But I mean, the reality is that North, yes, they've won a couple as of late. But I mean, they're playing Hawthorn, who want to be in the top 4. They're not too far off it. They are 5th. Hawthorn are going to have to win this game. And I think they will win this game. But I mean, yeah, this is a big challenge for North as well. If North want to continue to prove that they are actually doing okay, and that they are climbing and want to continue to prove for their fans, my God, what a statement win would it be to beat one of the best teams in the competition. That'd be very good for them. And if they won this, they would actually jump to 14th, which means that them giving up that pick to Richmond all of a sudden wouldn't look so bad. Even though it still looks really bad, it wouldn't look as bad. But yeah, it still looks really bad. The thing is, though, I don't think they're winning this one. I think Hawthorn should win this one, but we'll definitely have to wait and see. Again, Collingwood versus the West Coast Eagles at Marvel Stadium. I think this is the forced Marvel Stadium game that every Victorian team has to play like once a year, and I think this is the game that Collingwood they have to do, and they're playing it against West Coast, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's two tales to this story, right? One team who's the best team in the competition at the moment, and one team who is the worst team in the competition at the moment. You've got them going against each other. It probably shouldn't be that interesting. I mean, I could go on about how the Eagles have actually been playing a little bit better as of late, but I mean, at the end of the day, they're playing Collingwood. They're going to get touched, like, how else can I describe this one? Imagine if West Coast, like, just won. Like, what the fuck? Like, who's expecting that? I don't know. Again, Richmond versus Adelaide at the MCG. Richmond haven't been playing that good. In fact, they've been really bad over their last couple weeks. But in saying that, Richmond have a pretty good record against Adelaide. I mean, 2017 Premiership, does that ring a bell? Also, one of their only 2 wins last year was against Adelaide. They seem to like to torture and bully Adelaide, and with Jaden Short supposed to be coming back from injury and a couple other things happening for them, maybe they might do okay in this. I don't know. Adelaide should definitely still win this game because they're just a much better team. But I low-key, because I'm a Richmond fan as well, just for the meme and to be a little bit different, because I feel like my picks have been kind of all basic here. Should I just go for Richmond just for the lols, for the meme, just to be like, hey, whip out the power stance, see what happens, because I don't think, Richmond would like that, and I think they would clown on you again. I don't know. I don't think the Tigers are winning this one, but I'm going to tip them anyway, because I think it's funny, and I'm going to be a little bit different for today's video. Yeah, so we got Fremantle versus St Kilda on Sunday. The last game, 5:10 at Optus Stadium. The Ross Lyon Cup is what I'm calling this. The Brad Hill Cup, even though he also played for Hawthorn, but that's what I'm also calling this. I mean, yeah, one team who out of nowhere is kind of competing for the top 4. Even though I think their backline still has its woes, they are competing for the top 4 and they're doing okay at it. I mean, yeah, they should drop off St Kilda here. And I mean, St Kilda dropped to 15th, which I think they were like 10 to 12th all season. Dropped down to 15th, which doesn't look that good. But also, It's going to help them in the draft, and it's going to, you know, help them in the long term. I don't think they're that good, St Kilda, at the moment, but they've got a good young core. I don't expect them to go near Fremantle here. In fact, I think Fremantle should probably and convincingly touch them. So, you know, we'll have to definitely wait and see. Again, I very much like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe for all those AFL news, AFL content, sports content in general. Check out my gaming channel, which will also be getting linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.